What up, guys? This is Reese with Trans Man Real Talk. Today's discussion is about my recovery progress with my chest. Yesterday, I went to go see my surgeon because I had some concerns, and I was just beating myself up. And instead of beating myself up and ruminating on things, I set an appointment. So the things I was ruminating on and things I felt like I was becoming upset with myself is that one, is my nipples stop did my nipples stop healing because I recently started back smoking? Two, should I have continued my nipple care after the time had passed for me to stop? Like, should I have just kept going? Three, um, am I is my shirts that I'm wearing kind of like rubbing my nipples, and that's why my nipple, the middle of my nipple areolas are not like fully colored. Like, I had so many thoughts, and like, am I sabotaging myself, right? So I set an appointment. I went to go see my surgeon, and yesterday he was just pretty much like, Reese, like, your chest is fine. Your nipples are healing faster than average. Like, it takes at least a year and some to actually get your color back in your areola. He's like, worst case scenario, if you don't get all your color back, I have a tattoo artist that specializes in this. And when he said that, like, I trust this man because he's literally tatted from head to toe. Like, he's not an average surgeon by far, right? So then I was like, okay, well, now I can like breathe easy. I know that this is normal, right? And that I'm healing pretty good. So now let's talk about the next concern, which is my contouring lines, right? My incisions. I'm like, well, how my lines going? Because I just feel like I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough care. And for people who don't know, you need to massage your lines to break up the collagen, right? So your chest lines doesn't get all hard and ropey. I do it every day. Apparently, I might not. For me, I feel like I'm not doing enough. So I'm like, what's up with my chest lines? And he was like, they look pretty good. Like, you got some little thicker lines on this side of your chest, but they're healing pretty good. And he's like, if you want, in a few months, we can give you steroid shots. And I'm like, I definitely heard steroid shots. And I also remember hearing a lot of people complain about how they had to pay out of pocket, their insurance wasn't covering it, and it was like anywhere between $150 to $300 per session. So I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea, but like, tell me, how much does it cost? And he was like, Reese, you did pay out of pocket, right? I'm like, yeah, I paid for the surgery out of pocket. He's like, it's all included. He's like, you don't have to worry about it. We'll take care of it. Just tell me when you want a steroid shot and we'll do it for you. It's like, get the hell out of here, man. For real? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, cool. He's like, we could do it this Friday if you want. And I was like, yeah, I would love to do it, but I got people coming into town this Friday, so and I'm gonna be really busy for the next couple of weeks. So I'm like, can we do it for next month? He's like, of course we can. He's like, just set your appointment and we'll get that taken care of right away for you. It's like, my nigga. All right, man, cool. So that's dope as hell. Like, my surgeon is just dope. And for those people who are even just considering getting top surgery and you don't know where to start at, start by investigating these surgeons. Start reviewing their reviews. Start looking at their before and after pictures with their patients. See the work that they do and see if you're interested in what they're offering, right? Because at the end of the day, this is your body. You want to make sure that you're happy with your results. And for people who already got top surgery or just recently just got top surgery, I will say, if you're not happy with your results, like, say something, speak up, because at the end of the day, this is your body. This is something you gotta look at every day. And if you're not happy with your results, you need to speak up and say something to your surgeon. Be like, hey, what can we do about this? Because I don't like this aesthetic. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I thought this was going to happen. That's why it's so important for you to go in before you have surgery, talk to your surgeon, tell them exactly what you're looking for. You even if you find pictures of another man's contour and be like, this is how I want my chest to look, or at least close to that. Can you do that? Those are the questions you need to ask. People like scared of nipple grafting. Like, think your nipples gonna fall off. If you're good at taking care of yourself in general, then you don't have to worry about your nipples falling off. Okay? It's for people who, I feel like people who nipples fall off because they don't care about, oh, I got my top surgery done. I'm pretty much, it's in the air now. I could just do what I want. No. Take care of yourself. Okay? You don't like something, say something. It's just like getting a plate at a restaurant, and the waiter sit your plate down in front of you, and you look at it, and the first thing you know is, this is not even all the things I actually ordered on this plate. They're missing this, or I didn't even ask for that, or why my food cold? And instead of addressing it and telling somebody that you don't like something, you sit there and wallow and sulk in your plate in front of you because you're afraid of having this complicated or uncomfortable conversation with somebody because you don't like something. You feel like you coming off a certain way. First of all, who gives a fuck how you come off? At the end of the day, that's your food. At the end of the day, this is your body. You want to be happy. Them you placating them and not speaking up, that's not helping you. That's helping them, because now they just like, phew, that's out the door. No, I'm sorry, come on back here. Look what's going on here. I don't like this. I don't like my food, or whatever you don't like. People need to speak up. And once you speak up for the things that you believe in and things that you want, things going to start turning around for you. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to be our authentic self. Okay, and you can't be your authentic self if you close up like a clam and not speak up for yourself. Advocate for yourself, because we all in this together. Real talk.